Hello, it's me, Sheriff or Bluebird. I don't know. I change between them. But anyways, I am alive. I'm not I'm not dead. Um yeah, I want to talk to you guys about this fun game I played recently. It's called D&D. You probably heard of it, right? Well, we've only had like one session so far, and I doubt we'll have another for like a long time. But I just thought it was really fun, and I saw like some other, yeah, just another random YouTuber do the same thing. So I'm like, screw it, I'll do one too. Now, no one in my entire party, aka friend group, well, not almost everyone, but like basically everyone else in the party has never played D&D before. I've also never played D&D before, but I've heard about it. I've read about it. I watched like 2 videos on it, and one of my friends is the DM, so she's been in multiple campaigns before. She watches quite a few of them, so she's obviously more experienced than all 4 of the other friends combined. But anyways, yeah, so I made my D&D character a while ago, so I decided to be a dragonborn bard. I know that seems really dumb, probably. You got this big, bulky dragon, and no, I want to do music instead. Okay, so we have me, who's a dragonborn bard. We have my friend Will, who is, I think, a high elf ranger who has deer antlers, because why the heck not? We also have Jay, who is a human paladin, sticking with the basics, that's fine. And then we have T, who is a wood elf druid, I think. And like it starts off the same as any other D&D campaign. You meet up in like a town and some stuff. Talk to the innkeeper. Uh, it's really slow for the first hour, I think, because nobody knows what to do. But eventually, the innkeeper Tobold, Toblerone, yeah, Toblerone decides to like tell us, hey, there's this dude over there that might like give you a couple of quests, and we're like, yeah, let's go, and we eventually make our way over to there. It's like a little house, right next to the inn or something. I don't know. I don't have the map with me. My friend's the DM, but so we go over there, and like my little dragon character knocks on the door. Is like, "Hi, sir. Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies?" Not really, but like she goes there, knocks on the door, and asks like, "Yo, we want to do some quests," but like. Turns out there's a giant ice dragon flying around, terrorizing the village, and me being a dragonborn, and like this old man comes over like and sees a giant dragon snoot poking through the doorway, and he's like, nope, nope, no, 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 I'm out of here, goodbye, and then just like slams the door shut, and I'm like, oh. And so like we're trying to persuade this dude to like like give us some info, maybe a quest or two, because like we're broke. And apparently my character, for some random reason, out of everyone else, has the highest charisma stat. And so unfortunately I have to like do all the talking. And I kid you not, the first ever roll of the game made by me was a nat 20 on my persuasion skills, and apparently I don't know what she said, but yeah, apparently the old guy's like, oh, well, in that case, sure. I mean, yeah, totally, yeah. I am no longer afraid of dragons. JK, he's still afraid of dragons, but, yeah, so he gives us this quest to, like, I don't know, look for this, old lady that lives on the outskirts of town in a windmill or something. He seems like, he's like, you gotta bring her back, preferably alive, and it's like, well, I mean, sure, we can try, but like, I forgot everyone's alignments, but it's all chaotic something. So yeah, you can probably imagine. A couple of our of our party members are like, oh man, we can't kidnap her. I mean, we could have, but I don't think the old man would have been too happy about it. So yeah, we walk over there and like we try and I don't know. We find this windmill, and then there's like this old lady that lives there, but like something's apparently there's a giant monster at the front trying to like I don't know get at her or something. This giant manticore. I mean, usually when I think of manticore, I think like, you know, like a lion but with bat wings and a scorpion tail. You know that kind of stuff. And no, the D&D version is like has a human face and it's absolutely disgusting. I mean, it's D&D, so like, yeah, cool. And so like we gotta fight this. And so, Will is the ranger. He decides to shoot an arrow at the manticore, and it like completely misses and flies right past, and it basically and it's like gets angry at us. And so and then like we start the battle, and we're like, oh crap, we gotta fight this thing now. So, yeah. So after Will fires the arrow, the manticore attacks and sends him flying back 20 or so feet. Yeah, that wasn't really good. So then like they cast an ice spell on the manticore. It dodges, but it does take some damage and stuff. And then Will, getting up from that huge blow a while ago, tries to shoot an arrow again, but it misses and like hits a tree 20 or so feet off. And then the manticore slaps Will again, and yeah, he's taking quite a bit of damage. So then Jay, the paladin, they decide to try and slash at the manticore's neck area, and they like get off some fur and does a decent chunk of damage. Completely forgetting that I can also fight as a bard. I decide to like step up to the manticore and like prepare for an attack, but that took a turn, so it's the manticore's turn now, and it decides to swipe at me, and somehow I roll a nat 20 again. It was either a nat 20 or 19, but it was really close, and like I dodged that thing, and it's like it barely dents my scales, and so I'm like, oh my god, I dodged that? I was expecting to do flying like Will. And so then my turn, I decided to like I don't know, grab my dagger and try and stab it in the face. I roll like a 4 or something, so not as good as I was expecting. You know, like I mean, fair enough. I can't expect to get nat 20s forever and stuff, so I do a little bit of damage, but at this point it's like it's pretty weak. I did a lot of, I mean, most of the damage is probably from me because I was the only one getting close enough to it. Yeah, me and Jay, we do a lot of damage. We do a lot of close-up melee on this thing. Will, they're like getting punted around and stuff by the manticore. T is also helping, but they're also mostly watching cartoons on their iPad the entire time, which is like fair, I guess. Okay, and so finally, Will, probably deciding that the bow isn't the best choice anymore, they decide to tie a dagger to their antlers, because remember their character has antlers, and decides to charge at the manticore. Now at this point we're probably all thinking, oh my god, he's gonna get like knocked back and like be on 1 HP for the rest of the match. But no, surprisingly it lands and is like almost dead at this point. It's like, wow, that actually did damage, and everyone's like super cool because like it's almost dead at this point. I forgot who lands the finishing blow, but I think it was T, who like casted like some spell or like hit it with a stick or something, and it dies. And we're all like, yay, we killed the manticore. And then the lady comes and I was like, oh my gosh, that was awesome. And it gives us a whole bunch of healing supplies, which Will desperately needs. We also level up, get a whole bunch of loot and money, and we want to like persuade her to go to the back to the town, because that's the whole reason we decide to defeat the manticore. And obviously this needs persuasion skills, and so everyone's looking at me again. I'm like, Oh my god, I'm definitely gonna like not be able to convince her, right? But no, I roll pretty decently, and she's like, you know what, fine, I guess I'll come back with you, and then we like get the money now, and yay, we are no longer broke. So yeah, and yeah, that was the end of the first session. It was rather quick, only a few hours. I'd say like 3 or 4 hours, and then everyone else just kind of spent the rest of the time chilling at my place, eating pizza, watching Pokemon, and yeah, it was a pretty fun day.